parallel plate capacitor. And in a parallel plate capacitor, first let me give an introduction to the parallel plate capacitor. It consists of two parallel infinite plane sheets, or not infinite but the finite plane sheet of plane sheet carrying the positive charge and the negative charge, and these two plates are separated by a distance d, and we are going to calculate the capacitance. And you already know that the capacitance is nothing but the charge storing capacity of a device. How much charge that device can that is retain. Okay, that is going to be called as what? The capacitance. So we are discussing with capacitor. Capacitor, in a capacitor, you know that it consists of two sheets, metallic sheets, and in between we used to keep a dielectric medium. But in this case, first I am not going to keep any dielectric medium in between the two parallel plates. I am going to keep the two parallel plates in the presence of air, and I am going to calculate what is its capacitance. What is its capacitance value? Okay, and here I am introducing something called sigma, and you have already studied this in the derivation of Gauss law. Sigma, that is be equal to the surface charge density that's given by charge by the area. Okay, you know this formula. Sigma is equal to the Q by A, and here it is the first plate is fully filled with positive charge and the second plate is fully filled with negative charge. So what about the field direction? The field direction is always pointing from positive to the negative. And now I am going to write the equations for the electric field due to one of the sheet, and because of keeping these two sheets parallelly, and what happened to the electric field in this area, and in this area. So I am going to split it into three regions, that is like outside the plate and inside the plate. And inside the two parallel plates I am taking some point, some arbitrary point, and in that point what happened to the electric field. And similarly I am choosing a point outside, and I am going to calculate what is the electric field outside the parallel plate capacitor. And similarly I am taking another point above the parallel plates, and I am going to check what happened to the electric field. Okay, now we know for a single plate, we know how to write the field equation from the Gauss law. That is, the electric field due to a plane sheet of charge is given by sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Okay, this is the value we derived from the Gauss law. Okay, now uh, I have the positive charge on the top of the plate, and then I have the negative charge. Okay, they are equal in number. They are equal in number. Now I am going to take a point outside the plate. It's called P1, or I am going to take it as region 1. Okay, this is region 2. This is going to be region 3. So now the parallel plates are here. One is positively charged, another one is negatively charged. So the field direction is like this. Okay, it will be starting from positive and then it is going to the negative. Now I am taking the point which is outside. So in this particular point, what is the impact of the field because of the positive plate at this particular point? Okay, so and suppose first let me draw the direction of the electric field at this particular point, point P. Okay, what about the, so positive means the field will be going out. So at this particular point, the E plus is okay going like this, and here the minus means all the fields will be trying to converge at this particular point. So at this particular point, this is because of the negative charge. So E plus means the field direction because of the positive charge, E minus means because of the negative charge. Since the fields are oppositely directed, the net field E will be equal to 0 outside the plate. Similarly, if you take any point below the plate, and then the positive charge, because of the positive charge the field will be like this, and then because of the negative charge the field will be oppositely directed, so both will be equal and opposite. And now I am going to get the net field, electric field, that will be equal to 0, but in between I am taking some point. In this particular point the positive field is acting in this direction, E plus, and the E minus is also acting in the same direction because the field lines are coming out of the positive plate, so it will be E plus pointing in the downward direction, and always the electric field and try to converge on the negative plate, so the E minus is also pointing in the same direction. So the net field in between the two plate, that will be equal to E plus plus E minus. So it is nothing but the addition of two fields, but outside these two fields are oppositely oriented and they cancel to become zero, and inside these two fields are oriented parallelly, so I'm going to add the two things. So, and from the Gauss law I have already calculated this, that is the electric field due to a plane sheet of charge that is given by sigma by 2 epsilon naught, where sigma is called the surface charge density and epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space or vacuum. First, I am taking a region that is above the parallel plate capacitor. Okay, that is this region, the outside region is just taking into account. And when I'm taking the outside region, so one field, okay, the field because of the positive charge, that is given by sigma by 2 epsilon naught minus sigma by 2 epsilon naught, that will be equal to 0. Okay, why there is a minus sign means because these two fields are oppositely directed. Since electric field is a vector quantity, it is oppositely directed. That's why I'm including a minus here. Similarly, in region 2, that is in the outside the two parallel plates, I can able to show that, and sigma by 2 epsilon naught minus sigma by 2 epsilon naught, that will be equal to 0. In the third region, that is in between the plate, these two fields are acting in the same direction. So I'm going to add the two. It will be sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma by 2 epsilon naught, that will be equal to sigma by epsilon naught. So now I calculated what is the field. Suppose imagine this is the parallel plate. The field inside, the electric field between the two plates, that is given by sigma by epsilon naught. Okay, this is what I proved now. Now, so we are interested in calculating the that is capacitance. So what I'm going to do now is, and so the electric field between the two plates, it is given by Q by epsilon naught A. So I have to tell you how these equations are coming. So the electric field E, that will be equal to sigma by epsilon naught, and where sigma is called the surface charge density, that can be given as charge by area. If I substitute it, I'm going to get Q by epsilon naught into A. Okay, this is what the expression for electric field between the two plates. And here we are going to see another important effect called fringing of the fields. Fringing of the fields means, suppose I'm taking a parallel plate capacitor. In this parallel plate capacitor with a positive charge and negative charge, and the field lines are originating from plus and terminating in the minus, but the corners, what happened, the field will be slightly curved. It is not uniform. It is not uniform. This effect is called the fringing of fields. This can be minimized by using the condition called d square is very less than a, where a is the area of the plate, d is the distance of separation between the two plates. So the fringing effect of the field can be minimized by decreasing the r. We can use this condition d square. D square is the distance between the separation between the two plates, and using this you can minimize this effect, and we can keep the electric field to be constant in between the two plates. So it's a very important thing. And next, our ultimate aim is to calculate the potential. Okay, we know that V potential is given by field into the distance of separation. Finally, what I want to calculate is the capacitance. For calculating the capacitance, there are two things are needed. One is the total charge, another one is the potential. These two things I have to calculate. So first, to calculate the potential, what I need is E. E I have already calculated. The E value is given by Q by epsilon naught A. So Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to calculate the potential using this formula E into D. So I'm going to write, instead of E, Q by epsilon naught A into D. That is what is given here. V is given by E into D, Q by epsilon naught A into D. So QD by epsilon naught A. And now I got the value for the potential. Now I am going to substitute in the capacitance equation. So on substituting, C is equal to, and Q divided by QD by epsilon naught into A, and cancelling the 2Q, and I am getting C is equal to epsilon naught A by D, and from this equation I am getting some important conclusions. The capacitance is directly proportional to the area of cross section, and the capacitance is inversely proportional to the distance of separation between the plates. So you know what is called the capacitance. The capacitance is the charge storing ability of a capacitor. So the charge storing ability of a capacitor, it will be increased by increasing the area of the plate, and it will be decreased by uh, or it will be increased by decreasing the distance of separation between the two plates. Okay, that is the conclusion from the parallel plate capacitor. It's a very important derivation and a very important concept to understand. And now we'll perform one more calculation. In this calculation, you know the unit of the capacitance. You know the unit of capacitance, that is called a farad. Unit of capacitance, that will be farad, and we are going to see analyze 1 farad is a bigger unit or a smaller unit now. Okay, so now we got the formula, the capacitance formula, that will be epsilon naught A by D. This is the capacitance formula, and capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor formula. Now I'm going to substitute. I'm imagining that I'm taking a parallel plate. The plate contains a area of 1 meter square, and the separation between the two plates. Suppose imagine that this is what the plate. The plate area is equal to 1 meter square, and then separation between the two plate, that is equal to 1 millimeter. So 1 mm, and so D I am writing it as 1 millimeter, and so millimeter, if you try to convert into meter, it will be 10 power minus 3 meter, and then we try to compute the value of the capacitance. C is equal to epsilon naught, we already know, 8.85 into 10 power minus 12 into area, that will be 1 meter square. So I am substituting 1 here, that is divided by 10 power minus 3. So I am going to have the value 8.85 into 10 power minus 9 farad. Rate of area of cross section 1 meter square, and the distance of separation 1 millimeter. The capacitance value what we got is 8.85 into 10 power minus 9 farad. Okay, that's a very low value. Now we try to check um, the bigness of the unit called 1 farad. So now we know the formula C is equal to epsilon naught A by D. In that I'm doing a modification, separating the A. I can write CD by epsilon naught. Now I am going to substitute, and the capacitance value is equal to 1 farad, and then the remaining values like the D, I'm going to take 1 centimeter in my case. So if I substitute these values in the equation, so it will be 1 farad into 1 centimeter. If you convert into meter, it will be 10 power minus 2 meter. So 10 power minus 2 meter, that is divided by 8.85 into 10 power minus 12. On simplifying this, I am getting the value approximately equal to 10 power 9 meter square. So if I want to store a charge of that is capacitance, okay, capacitance value that will be equal to 1 farad, and where the distance of separation between the two plate is 1 centimeter square, means the area of the plate should be 10 power 9 meter square. So that will be equal to, like, it should represent a plate with 30 kilometer in breadth and 30 kilometer in thickness. So just imagine how big the plate is. So, and from this, if you want to store or 1 farad of charge means, then, and 1 farad of the capacitance value equal to 1F, then the plate you have to use is going to be of 30 kilometers in size. So, and obviously from this you can see that how big the farad value is. Subscribe to my channel and also press the bell icon for important updates.